Hello, my friends. Welcome back to the Self Care with Daniela channel. This is your Feel Good Friday. Today, this is your full moon reset. We need a ritual, we need a routine, something to utilize this powerful full moon energy. It doesn't matter if you pay attention to the cycle of the moon. I can tell you what will matter is if you have been feeling irritated, anxious, restlessness, like almost insomnia. You just feel like you've been having almost like a stressful, overwhelmed, stress and a messed week. Yeah, that is totally related to the fact that it's a full moon and there's so much powerful energy that happens. It affects everybody. The key is that the more that you're aware of these things, you have tools in your toolbox and you just bounce back like that. So today is a self-love edition. If you're new here, I'm Daniela. I'm your self-care coach. I teach you how to self care your ass out of anything over here. It's a vibe. We reset. We have rituals and routines that just like bounce us back real quick. Because we can have a day or even a day or two where we're stressed and a mess. But the quicker that we realize how to bounce back, we take control of the over those days, and we realize that those days are actually meant for us to realize that more abundant and powerful things are on the other side. Think of like a roller coaster. It like goes down and it bounces right back up. And that's the vibe that we want with ourselves and with the things that we come across, our current issues, our current stressors, whether it's at home. This one specifically is to get us back in a good, loving, peaceful, happy state. Because a lot of us are on the other side of that. And this is a two-part series. So, this is part one. Today, we're just going to get into more of the inner work, more of the work that a lot of people blow off. But this is like the self loving, the really calming your nervous system. That's that part that we want. Then part two is going to be your self care in an action way, and how can you utilize different things like maybe booking a massage, getting a facial, and things like that. But that's just like the cherry on top. And we really need to go a little deeper in order to utilize this powerful full moon energy. So, one, you're not alone. Two, you can be there for a day or two, but it's a matter of tools in your toolbox to bounce you back. Three, it's just take some action, my friends. Out of the list that I'm going to give you today, this is a four-part. It's just a really simple acronym that I use very regularly. And whether it's a full moon, whether it's a new moon, whether I'm just like in a funky kind of vibe and I'm just like, why do I feel like this? This is like the number one thing that just gets me back in alignment. And that's what you want right now. You just want to feel like you can have some clarity, like you kind of know what you want to call in, like you know that things are going to get better. You feel a little lighter. That's what you want because it's been feeling a lot of everything else lately. So when we take action, I want you to, as much as I gonna give you tools and you come to me, this this series is really meant to for you to tap in and listen to yourself. So I want to give you permission, even if you haven't before, really paid attention to really what you want. It's a new year. It's the first full moon of the new year. You get to dive into this new year how you want to feel. And so we're going to use the acronym for love, LOVE. And we're starting off with L. This is our first one. And before I dive into this, I want to give you people here on YouTube are my first ever to see that I have launched to pair directly with this acronym to give you all of those juicy vibes just flowing through you from the top of your house to the bottom of your house. I've created a limited time only, and there's really only limited supply of a full moon reset kit. And this kit has your sage to clear out negative space, has your incense to use and maintain that clear, healthy space, as those candles to help give you an instant ritual, whether it's through the morning, it's throughout night, it's your cleaning ritual, but to give you a key point of where to start, it is your go to kit to reset during this powerful full moon phase. And I couldn't be more excited. I put this kit together probably over a year ago, and I started to really only sell them in person at a local market. And here I am, perfect timing, the first full moon of 2024, delivering them for you. So the link is below. Get them shipped directly to your door. If you, and I want to remind you, you have, so when you're listening to this video, it's going to be the day after the full moon. And you get to have the next 3 days after to utilize this powerful energy. But that doesn't mean the Monday rolling around, you still can't reset and use your own energy and your own intuition, your own instinct to reset your house. Because there's really no right or wrong time of when to do this. But if you feel guided to have sage and tools in your toolbox to reset your house, and I want to give you a reminder too, this is the same things that you need when you're purging and almost opening up doors for new beginnings when you have a new moon. So the link is below. Go ahead and check it out. They get shipped directly to your door. This is the most funnest thing that I could have ever created because the level of peacefulness and just like abundance and joy and clarity that comes from a clean, healthy environment, no one can take that from you. You can't even put a price on that. And I've been doing this 4 years, and I here we are delivering it to you. So back to uh, our love breakdown for today's episode. We were starting off with the letter L. It's your self love edition using this powerful full moon energy. And the L in love stands for listen to your gut with how. I want you to listen. Listen wisely with what you really need. When you're in the thick of it and you just feel like you're like bitchy or cunty with the kids, it's like your husband, it's your work, and you're pointing the finger at everybody else, this is when you need to like take a break. And I'm going to give you a perfect example. Today, before I recorded this episode, I had a moment this morning where I needed to tap out and let my partner tap in, and he needed to send, our kid off to school and do that whole thing so that I could take a minute to go upstairs and do my meditation, my yoga, and reset myself because I felt my energy rising. And you will know what you need to do. And if you just need to like, you know what, I need to get my shoes on, a big jacket, and go outside and go on a walk, then that's what you need to do. So remind yourself that you know how. It's a matter of listening to your gut to figure out what you truly want and what's going to make you feel better. And sometimes you're like doing all the things. You're journaling, you're meditating, you're walking, you're like listening to a podcast. You're doing everything and anything that you can to calm your nervous system. But you got to start there. Start with the simple things like going on a walk or sitting down and doing a meditation. Like I've told you guys before, send me a DM on TikTok, send me a DM on Instagram. I will send you for free the app that I use that helps me, that I use for meditation. And I've been using it for like 3+ years. So yeah, send me a DM and just say, just like, hey, what app are you using for meditating? And I definitely will give it to you. So listen to your gut. And honestly, like I said, maybe you need to do all of it. Sometimes I have days like that where I just need to pull it all out. So have fun with it. It's not meant to be stressful. If you are resisting, ask yourself, why am I resisting something that I know is going to make me feel better? Why am I resisting something that I know for a fact will make me feel better? And maybe you just don't want to feel better. Maybe you, because, and I can tell you why, it's easier to stay in that uncomfortable situation. It's easier to stay in that, like, fuck it, I'm just going to be on the couch and just like watching 10 movies and eating chips and sodas all day. Believe me, I've had many afternoons like that. I'm a sucker for some Lay's chips with potato on there and a Dr. Pepper. That's like a snack. It's just, oh, so good. But how many days in a row is that going to be beneficial for me? And how many days in a row am I going to keep doing that and still going to have energy to do the things that I actually want to do? Yeah, it's probably not going to be that many days in a row. So listen to your body, do something. The first thing that comes to mind is the thing that you need to do. If you're like, oh, what about that book that I got for Christmas that I haven't started reading? Boom, pick up that book. Because something as simple as reading is shifting your mind from whatever is so heavy and so specific and it's so sticky to realizing that if I go more general, if I focus on something else, I can feel the lightness, I can feel the joy and the positivity from something else, and I can borrow it. I can take a little bit of that, put that in me, get some momentum, and boom. Eventually, I'm going to have enough confidence and courage to go after the things that are actually bothering me and things that I want to change. But it starts with you doing something. So listen to your gut, my friends. You know how to do that. Sometimes, we just kind of have to play with it. And maybe you need to draw. I don't know. Something is telling me, like, just to get more fun, pull some paint stuff out, do a vision board, my friends. Oh my gosh, this one was a big one. Do a vision board. If you haven't already, start finding some pictures on Pinterest, on Google, save them, do a Google Doc, however you want. Send me a DM if you want me to show you if I should be showing you how I make my vision boards because I love making them. Okay. Oh, now this is pretty funny because a lot of people also sometimes you want to blow this off, but I strongly advise you. I give you two main options of how to do this. Number one is get a journal out and literally either write it out in sentences or a piece of paper and do like, kind of like, when you split the paper in half and you do like one half is like pros, one half is like cons, right? Like that. So on one side, this is really simple way, is write down what you're no longer available for. Like observe, and this is what the O stands for, is observing. Think in your mind, what are you no longer available for and what no longer serves you? The person that you are trying to become is no longer available for all the things that you were doing last year and the last 6 years and the last 10 years. You're changing. And girlfriend, yes, change is good. Change is what gives us something to look forward to. And so instead of it being something so scary, think of it as an opportunity for us to have something to look forward to better ourselves. So I want you to observe, and if you don't want to write it out, journal it out, Here's my other option, which I've done this for years and this shit works, my friends. I would literally would not tell you anything if it didn't work. Like you guys come to me because you're like, oh shit, like how is she like on a crazy full moon energy when everyone's losing their fucking shit, which they are? I am too, but I bounce back like that, my friends. And the reason why is because I put self love, which is what I'm teaching you. I put that shit on repeat and I know how to figure it out real quick. I'm a problem solver. That's what I do. It's embedded in my DNA and I'm just going to keep doing it. Do you feel me? Okay. So, if you don't want to write it out, this is probably maybe what works the best. Go on your app, go on your recording app on your iPhone or whatever phone that you have. Over here we're iPhone, Apple family, whatever. And it's just whatever app that you want to use, but I need you to press record. And if it's a voice memo, that's the app that I've used, voice memo. Um, or you can do a video, like an actual video of your face if you don't want to record your face. Just record that, like wherever you're at. I love to get in the car to do this. There's like my favorite back roads that are by my house that I love to drive on. They give me the most clarity. And I literally do a voice memo to myself and I'm asking myself and I'm observing what is it that I'm changing? What am I no longer available? What did I just gain clarity in? Because the clarity is coming to you and it's happening so fast that we're not either writing it down, getting a grip and putting it into action, and then it goes away and then we get stuck into a crappy feeling. We wonder why we feel crappy. It's because we're not taking action on the things that we actually want to do. So we have to observe what we want to release and tell yourself on your little voice memo, dear D, I just want you to know that as of da da da, da, I feel like this no longer serves me because the highest version of me is calling in and blank. You go for it. Give yourself permission and give yourself some like wisdom that I know what I want. It can be as simple as making stickers every day. It can be as silly as like walking dogs. Like it doesn't matter what you want to do. If you want something that's going to make you feel better, I want you to observe that and run with it. So there's no right or wrong. It, like I said, listen to your gut on how you want to do it. Now, V, vision. Vision your future. So you're observing, I don't want to be a mom that's running around, running late for everything, not showing up, with like confidence to my kids' conferences and really just being a mom that's like present and engaged with their kid. Like you know that you want that vibe and you know that you're on the opposite scale of that. So now that you observed what you're no longer available, visualize and use your vision to see what you want to call in. Like this new version of me is a mom that wakes up earlier, that takes care of herself, so that when her kid wakes up, she feels good and, she takes care of her work ahead of time and doesn't feel like stressed and a mess because of work. Work actually makes her feel good and actually lights her up. And, yeah, sometimes there's a few times where you don't want to do it, but once you're there, you feel great that you did it. And, you have a really good wellness routine that keeps you on track and makes you feel good, and you have a good plan for when you can have family dinners and friend outings and date nights and all the things, right? You're visualizing this person and this person is, working at the place that you want them to. You're working from wherever it is. Maybe you want to change jobs, maybe you want to call in a new relationship. Whatever this new version of you, visualize it. And maybe it's like you want to be with the same person, or you're obviously visualizing yourself, but it's a healthier, happier, lighter version of you. So have fun with it. There's nothing too big. Don't be scared. Scared money don't make money, honey. And so that same energy needs to go with who you're calling in. If it seems really far away, who gives a shit? Where do we have this timeline? This is just on your radar because this is what's what you're being called to. There's no timeline. You may have your own timeline. You may have a timeline that you've put on yourself because of what you see in society, but the timeline, there's a timeline that is the universe's time, and there's the part where you have to take action and trust the rest and say, fuck it. Fuck it, my friends. Okay. Now, this just leads me right into my last thing, and that is E, and that is empower you. Empower yourself, like literally today, tonight, the minute that you hear this episode on YouTube, drop it in the comments below. What are you taking action on? Claim that shit and go fucking do it. Just get up and go do the damn thing. Don't question it. Don't don't think about who's gonna judge you, what anyone thinks. Who gives a shit? It's your life. It's what you want to do. It's the vibe that you're trying to create. But it will not work if you don't take action. Just like washing your face. Your acne will not clear up if you don't start cleansing your face every day. Period. Your budget won't start getting managed unless if you start realizing where you're blowing your money and figuring out how you can save it. Your fitness won't start getting fit until you prioritize getting up, getting your shoes on, putting your yoga pants on, putting your matching sports bra, getting your ass at the door, or rolling out your yoga mat and doing the damn thing. But you have to empower yourself and say, you know what, fuck it if it's going to be uncomfortable. Fuck it if I don't have all the energy. Just trust that once I show up and I'm putting in just 2%, all you need is just like a little bit. Even if you're tired along the way, who cares? Just know that that's the best that you could do on any given day, and that's all you need to do today. That's all you need to do today is your best on any given day. I can tell you a lot of the times when I'm showing up for things, I don't fucking feel like it. I don't feel like I just dyed my hair. I dyed it last night, and it was probably like at 8 o'clock, and I almost didn't feel like it, but the inner part of me was so like almost disgusted with what my hair was like at that moment. And I had already been thinking about this change for probably like 3 days, maybe like 2 weeks, honestly, but then really a lot more like in the last 3 days. And it was like this itch that I was like, D, if you don't do this thing, you're about to trip shit, bitch. That was a vibe that I had. And like literally, I didn't give it, I was tired. And you know what? I probably could have prioritized cleaning more of my dishes because I had a few pots and pans that I was soaking. Probably could have prioritized that. Probably could have prioritized another thing on my list of things that I want to do for work. That's what happens when you run your own business. You have a never ending list of things to do. But I listened to my gut, which is going back to this breakdown, which is L. Listen to your gut. And my gut was telling me, you know, you want to change. You know, there's another version of you. You know that you need to cut some shit out in order to let new abundant things come in. You know that you want a clean slate of hair. And when it's time for you to go blonde again, you will, just like for you. If when it's time for you to change jobs, you will. When it's time for you to make adjustments and things, you will. Right? Trust yourself. That's a part of it. Okay. Then I observed what was no longer serving me. What was no longer serving me was me not feeling comfortable in my own hair. I was literally so disgusted. Okay, so I did something. And I right now I'm being very like to a lot of people you're like, "Wow, it's just your hair," or getting very specific, but I'm so aware of what I want. Again, you know, when you're an esthetician and a hairstylist, Yeah, we know that these things make yourself feel good. But I also know that doing yoga makes me feel good. Going on a walk makes me feel good. Um, going to a coffee shop with a friend, baking a cake for my with my kid. All those things make me feel good, you know? And I literally visualized myself in the future. How do I want to show up? What does she look like? What is the version of her? And then I just empowered myself. I just took some damn action, even though I was tired, even though, like I said, there's other things on my list to do. I just said fuck it and I did the damn thing. And that's what you need to do. Sometimes we get so caught up when we're torn between so many different things. And I get that feeling all the time. Sometimes I get that when it comes to like dinner, when it's like, shit, what time am I gonna start? Oh my god, I gotta get my kid here. It's like you get this like torn feeling, and then you're like, oh my god, but I haven't done this yet for my business. But it's like, whoo, okay. The number one answer that helps me with my torn thing is when I have a clear guidance of what I need to be doing. And that clear guidance happens from me planning my day. But how do I plan my day? I realize what is it that I need in my body, in my gut, in my from my heart, and the people that I'm serving, the people that are listening to this through connection and through the different forms of media. How is it that I'm doing that? And so I want to give you a huge dose of empowerment because you can do anything that your mind, that your body, that your vision is calling you to do. It's not supposed to be hard either. Just remember that's why you self care your ass out of anything. This is why I teach you how to do that, is because the more you go very, very general with like, drinking a cup of tea, something simple like that will help you gain more excitement, more appreciation, more self-love for the thing that you have right in front of you, and that energy spills into everything else that you do. So I know a lot of people have been feeling crazy heaviness. Just know that, remember, like a roller coaster, just think that all these moments of feeling sticky, there's going to be about 1,000 happy memories that are on their way. And you just have to think that this is showing you how to bounce back, and you're being guided to me so that you know how to do it. So also, if you have not already, sign up for my Raise Your Vibes weekly newsletter because this will help you journal it out so that allows you to listen to your gut with what you want. Send me a DM, journal prompts to make sure that I've got you like subscribed to this um, weekly newsletter. So I just want to send you so much love. This full moon is going to be the best of the rest of the year because this is the first one and you got to set the tone right, my friends. Don't put pressure on yourself, but take some damn action. Take some action by scrolling down, going into the show notes, and get yourself your full moon reset kit. Get that delivered right to your door, reorganized, cleanse your house, and my friends, plan it out. Plan it out. If you haven't heard already because you're living underneath a rock or you're hiding, get the Get Shit Done planner, which is also linked down below. This is the planner that helps you prioritize your life from CEO to wellness to home, the whole vibe, while prioritizing self care. So I've got all the links below for you. Don't forget to share this episode because we got to help all of our hot mess mamas out there that are feeling a little sticky, that are going through the thick of it. Trust me, I now laugh when I feel like I have a stressful and heavy day. I'm like, you want me to grow. You're having me grow through this. Okay. You want me to see something through this. You want me to just You want me to keep my chin up and I don't want to, but I'm going to. And I'm going to do the work behind it so I can get it done and get it done quicker. And that's the key, is that you go down but you come back up quick. It's quick, quick, quick. But you have to take action. Action, action, action is the key, my friend. Sending you so much love. I will see you on Sunday for part 2 of this 2-part series. That is your full moon reset and renewal edition. Bye, my friends. You got this.